hello. How are we doing today? I hope we are all having a great day. Let me get in a cup of the day. Let me refresh this. And, yeah. I think I swallowed something a bit wrong earlier. So I'm still kind of dying from that. So, you know, we live and we learn. So that's the price we pay for drinking liquids. Am I right, guys? Why is this not on live chat? I thought I put this on live chat. Thought I put that on live chat. It's there now. Okay, we're gonna crash? No. Honestly, I remembered that I hadn't seen the track of the day yet at like 1 in the morning. And I was like, fuck. I should give it a shot. And I got onto this track and I was immediately thinking like, holy shit, I am sad I did not play this all day. Like, it was a really cool full speed map. Well, it is a really cool full speed map. We live and we get good. Yes, Sun Tzu. Bro, imagine Sun Tzu as a StarCraft 2 player. Or an RTS player in general. You know how, like, some of the great leaders and generals of all time kind of, like, die mysteriously at a young age? Kind of like how Alexander the Great died at 30, and, like, historians still hotly debate his death. Maybe they just time traveled to the future and became YouTubers, you know? Maybe that's what happened. Bro, Sun Tzu would be like, this is like right up my alley, bro. If you don't get the shell shock part of it, like if you skip over the shell shock of technology being introduced to him and we could easily teach him a video game, he would be all for that ish. Hello, Witch King, how you doing today? Hope you're doing good. I was also thinking last night, like, I might be making this into, like, an actual, like, TikTok instead of a short. And not, like, using these clips, like, making it from scratch type shit. I thought of it last night. And I always think about this stuff. So usually I'll think about stuff like, imagine Benjamin Franklin seeing, like, meteorology and, like, the news and shit like that. And the fact that we can predict the weather. Or, like, Sun Tzu. Imagine him seeing StarCraft or RTS video games. Like, he would fucking love them. Like, he would be way more of an Age of Empires player, I think, than a StarCraft 2 player, Sun Tzu, but, you know. But the idea was, imagine, like, a 15th century peasant in a modern-day grocery store. Think about it. What first made me think about this was sugar. Does anyone know what actually means? No clue. What was I gonna say? I was thinking about sugar. And how for the longest time in human history, sugar was for, like, the upper of the most upper class. And now we actually have it. Everywhere. And then I was thinking further about grocery stores. The spices that we have in our grocery stores have killed millions of people. Just because they wanted them. Literally. Hundreds of thousands of people have died just because they wanted a little bit of pepper. Or a bit of that red hot flake. Imagine showing a 15th century peasant all the shit that anyone who has the ability to afford it can go and get. It's well met in Elvish, I see. I mean, the whole reason why Columbus went to the New World is because the Ottomans literally banned Europe from the spice trade. Caused major conflicts and then caused the colonization of the New World. Which, in and of itself, is a genocide. So, you know, they would lose their mind in the spice section. Let alone just all the other shit we have. And refrigerators. They'd be like, wait, you just have this out? Is it gonna go bad by, like, tomorrow? Like, nope. Nope, we know how to efficiently cool stuff and keep it fresh. Oh, I was actually out of my PB there for a bit. But yeah, no, I feel like going on a tangent on that on TikTok could work. Be a good TikTok. Other diseases when they used to. True. But seriously though, like, any peasant, even a king would be like, I don't even have shit this good. Like, dead ass. Like, the only people who would regularly have shit that good would be, like, the Pope and emperors. You know? Thank you. Oh? This looks short. I mean, it's tech. I predict a 30-second, 35-second map. I'm predicting that. Yeah, there's a map actually called Spaghetti, by the way, Witch King. It's like 2.5 hours. I don't think my computer could handle it, honestly. Too much to load. Literally, he who controlled the spice controlled Europe. Okay. So far, very straightforward. What? You know, I've been complaining the past few couple of days. Not the last two, but the two before that, I remember really complaining about how hard it was. It felt overly difficult. And, this is the exact opposite. Also, I was way off about how long this track was going to be. Yo, that ending, the fuck? That map is ridiculous. You watched Virtual's video, I'm guessing? This map almost seems too easy at first glance, but I could be wrong. It might kick my ass. Someone in, I think, Sean Rader's Twitch chat asked me if I was going to play it. And at the time, I was thinking probably. But no, I literally don't think my computer can handle it. So... Dude, my first run was really good. At the start. At the start. It's such a mess. It really is. And if you watch Virtual's video, like, it is genuinely made by, like, a new mapper. You can tell, apparently. This is gonna be so weird. This is gonna be a real weird cup of the day, guys. Whoops. Oh, hey, there goes my PB. Oh, hey, I fucked it up. Yeah, literally. And there's so many parts where you just fly off the track. Fuck. Nice drift. That dude just drove straight into the wall. Yo, me and Lev be driving together. Oh, fuck. I got airtime. Don't count me out, Leb. I'm still here. Oh, count me out. You can count me out. We're not gonna have a good cup of the day today for us personally. It's very overwhelming. That spaghetti map is very overwhelming, for sure. You know, I spoke a bit too soon with the easy bit. since I'm terrible at tech. Tech is by far my worst. Like, so bad at tech. I would so much rather a full ice map or a full plastic map. I fucked that up. Well, that one I didn't fuck up as bad. Sheesh. We have a Canadian at the top of the server with a 52. This server is not having any division winners, let me tell you. Can I just... Yeah, I can just full speed that. What is happening upstairs? Like... Is someone being dragged? Or is someone ripping up a carpet? I really can't tell right now. I really can't tell. Exactly what it sounded like, though. Ah, nice, 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 nice. Apparently I forgot how to drive on dirt today. Yo, wait, are we behind the Jamaican car? Ah. He's gone. Man, 3 days in a row streaming Trackmania. What a guy. Variety streamer, my ass. Am I right? Are you kidding me? I lost all the time I had ahead. What? I hit a wall there? Still PB. The thing about that, Witch King, is I think I'd get bored of Trackmania pretty quick. If I did it every day. I don't think I'd want to do that. I've thought about it. But I feel like that would only happen if, like, for some reason, my Trackmania streams just started getting, like, 100 views each, and all the other streams were just shit. You know what I mean? And not, like, views, I mean viewers. There's a difference. Yeah, my PB's gonna have more speed than me here. But hey, I didn't hit the wall there, so... I did there, though. But so did I in my PB, so that's whatever. Another half-second PB. Yeah. I mean, technically it is possible for my Trackmania to be my full-time one day. You just never know where it goes, you know? At first I was only doing Pokemon content, now I'm mostly doing a game I had never heard of when I first started making Pokemon content on this channel. Which is weird, if you think about it. Another weird thing is I'm still playing, like, one of the weird parts about, I don't know if it's my ADHD or something that makes me hyperfixate on things like this, but, like, it's strange that I've played DCUO, like, as a kid, and now I've played it on my channel, too, as an adult. I don't know, that's a weird one to me. Because I found DC Universe Online around the same time I found StarCraft, actually, believe it or not. Because I found both of them through Total Biscuit's channel, the Cynical Brit. I think he had both those channels, but he did pass away from cancer in, I think, 2014. He had the kind of cancer that liked to travel through your bloodstream and spread. But it started off as prostate. Don't ignore stool in your blood for a year, kids. Stool in your blood. Dude, back then I really wanted to be a game designer, and it was my lifelong dream to get my game a WTF is review. That's what I always wanted. If you have to shit in your blood, you may need to see a doctor, correct? Yeah, but then a few years later, we lost another person in the StarCraft community, In Control. He was an ex-pro gamer and then gone shoutcaster and content creator. I think he died of an aneurysm? I'm not positive. They were two extremely big parts of the StarCraft community, and in a way, it hasn't really been the same since, but not in, like, any way that's, like, negative or positive. It's just you notice. If you were there since, like, the start of StarCraft 2, like I was, watching esports, it's like, you know, with no Husky there now that he's moved on with his throat disease, not letting him do the, you know, career anymore, and then losing In Control and Total Biscuit, we lost, like, half of our shoutcasters. Literally. Just to, you know. And the three most popular, arguably. It was tough for the community. Yeah, Husky hasn't casted in a long time, and he deleted all of his videos off his channel. He's talked about it. And he had a throat disease, and his doctor was like, if you keep doing this, you just won't be able to talk. Like, or you know, issue with his vocal cords or something like that. One thing I think the reason for him deleting all of his videos was, like, he wanted to, stop having people, like, keep being like, oh, where is it? Where is it? If they go to their channel and they see nothing there anymore, they're gonna get that it's not coming out anymore. I'm like, I get that. But also just log out of the account. Like, then you don't get notifications for it. Log out of the Twitter. Make a new one. Because, like, I've gone back and I've looked for VODs and they're just not there. Although some people have uploaded it themselves. Some people uploaded it themselves on their own channels. But, you know, he's been out for 7 years? 8 years? Somewhere around there? Wow. I did not do well today. It's like, I respect his decision, but also it's like, it's a little sad. It's a little sad that he doesn't have his videos up anymore. I remember at PAX, actually, Dylan and I were talking about this stuff for like a good 2 hours. It's so much fun talking about just esports experience with Dylan, United Gamer. It's so fun. He was a basically, I don't know if he ever earned money. Like, the big thing that makes you technically a pro is that if you've earned money through the game. But I mean, I was trying to compete in tournaments, so I ended up becoming semi-pro by technicality, of course. He was actually like really competing in tournaments. I competed in like 3, and I only placed decently in 1. And by decently, I mean like top 16-ish, top 32. Dylan's such a good dude. Like, when I first started watching him, I had the stereotype that's, oh, it's that religious PG channel. Like, I'm not going to be interested in this person. But I love Dylan. Like, I absolutely adore Dylan. And talking with him at PAX was so fun. We literally hung out for the last day, like, all day. We went shopping around the floor, like... I remember, he's talked about it, I think, in a video series before, but he bought, Oh, did not mean to do that. He bought a, we were walking the floor and he saw this limited edition Yoshi Nintendo 64. And, apparently the card said there's only 5 of them in the world. And we were guessing the price, and I deadass said 400. That's my guess. And this was a low ball at this point. Everyone was, like, saying, like, in the thousands because there's only 5. It was literally 400 on the fucking dot. Also, my brain's been kind of turned off for this. Because, right now my brain kind of feels like we're just kind of hunting a world record and just talking. 2 years ago? Kind of. Well, it was 2 PAXs ago. Because the pandemic. It was 2 PAXs ago. So it wasn't this year. It wasn't this past March. It was the March before this March. Server 20. Bro. I think so. No, it was PAX 2020. It was literally right before the pandemic hit. Literally. Like, I was telling my mom, like, I want to get a face mask. And it was at that point where she's like, why would you get a face mask? That's where we were at. And look who was the right one all along. Me. If you're in this division, you can do it without bonking, you're gonna go far. Genuinely. Like, genuinely. Nah. Yeah, it's wild. I've been saying for almost a year now that it's gonna be our new flu. Like, we're gonna have to get shots for it, like, every year or 2 or something like that. And look who's looking to be right. This guy. Not really happy about being right about that. Since I'm already bad enough about getting my flu shot. Hello, Monkey Ranger. You have come to witness me suck at a tech map. Yo, wait, no. There's no way. No, my first run that I didn't hit a single wall was in warm-up, where it doesn't fucking count. That was like a 2-second PB. I think. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. And then in 100 years, we'll have the new coronavirus. We'll have new COVID instead of flu. Do you think they called it the influenza back in the day when that happened? Instead of the flu? Or do you think they just called it the flu from the start for shorthand? Probably the latter. Probably the latter. Remember, guys, always look out for good names. Thank you for bonking. Wow. The fact that I didn't hit that is astounding. I got 10th. Never mind, 11th. 1.6 seconds behind. With the full name like we did with coronavirus. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, it's the flu. The flu had a giant pandemic happen. And then for 100 years, it was a yearly thing. I don't want to do the maths. Oh, I thought we were, like, my brain's like, why hasn't this round started yet? It hasn't ended yet. It hasn't ended. The next one isn't starting because the first one hasn't ended. I was like, what are we doing? Get Clowned isn't a bad name. Did my lights just flash or did I just blink weird? Fuck, no drifting? Thank you. I love not drifting. It's my favorite thing to do. Why are people getting 43 seconds? That's what I want to know. Okay, they got 52. I thought they finished with 43. Influenza was first recorded under that name in the 1100s. Oh, I see. I mean, to be fair, the coronavirus has been around for a long time. Like, this is the 19th variant. Now we're up to D, which is the 20th variant, right? Or is it 21st at this point? Bro, someone must be AFK. They're gonna come back, like, right now and be like, oh, fuck. Saudi checked out for dinner for real, bro. Mayo? Aw, Mayo's out? Ghost Tortilla? Is that what that just said? If that said Ghost Tortilla, then that's a great name. Great. Great. I love being out. Why didn't I drift? Come on. I can still make it back. No! That's gonna cost me it. If I'm out, that's why. Yeah. That bonk at the end cost me the entire thing. Hello, person with... I mean, I'm not on immunosuppressants anymore, I don't... But I still have a fucked up immune system that'll never be the same from my autoimmune disease. Torterra chips? That's a name. Torterra chips? That's a Pokemon name, bro. That's a good name. That's a good name. Oh, bonk. Honestly, I don't know if I have the patience to go through this entire thing. I'm out second, first round, whatever round I was in, I'm out. Because I suck at tech. But Torterra chips, what a name. I mean, I feel like half the fun of going out is, like, looking at everyone's names and, like, seeing how creative people are, or, like, uncreative. Torterra chips really is a masterclass. Or, you get people advertising themselves on Twitch. Oh, that's a nice skin, bro. It's clean. It's clean. You got Dud out. We got Matt Merrick's out. We got All Mitch instead of All Might. Damn, All Mitch. Mr. Polka Dot. Mr. Polka Dot himself is out of business. I almost said out of beans. I guess that Massachusetts stereotype pretty accurate, huh? I was watching a TikTok the other day, and it was like this rap battle show. I forget what it's called. But it was this dude up against this girl, and the dude was going, because it was the part 2. And her name was apparent, like, he kept making these comments about beans. And I'm like, what? I mean, they're fire lines, but... And I looked at the comments, the girl's name was Bean. And I'm like, oh, that made this lethal. Absolutely lethal. Hey, we got a Majin. Hello. Oh god, this is the hardest one to get back on. With one hand. Did it. I did it. Captain Tid. How do you even say this name? Wait, no, Torterra chips. Oh no. Oh no. He's out. There's no way he gets back. Does he not know how to drift? Am I literally in a division with people who don't know how to drift? Wait, Jokovic! What are you doing this slow, my guy? Again, if you don't know our history, he used to be in Massachusetts. He used to be the one we would fight for the, me and him and... Oh, I forget their name. I think it's like Blue something. That we would all fight for the top spot. Like, often for Track of the Day. Back when this game was still pretty fresh, before everyone in Massachusetts got really fucking good out of nowhere. Jokovic, you can't do that. I just invented the penalty grass wiggle for optimal slowdown. Ah, yes, power dweebs, nice. Optimal slowdown. So we've lost, like, all of our best names so far. The camping wall ain't bad. The camping wall ain't bad. That's about it, though. We really don't have that many good names, do we? Oh, someone fucked up. Oh, another person fucked up. Oh, rest in peace, you guys. Man, it's sad. We literally have no good names left, besides whatever the one I just said was. It's obviously not that good, since it didn't leave that good of an impression. Also, guys, I'm going through it right now. If you look... Oh, wrong way. You can see these 2 dots. One here, and there's one here. Some massive zits. The fact that you can even see them on camera proves how big they are. Like... Dang. The camping wall. Yes, that's the one. I don't really get it. Maybe it's a German joke? KX? Is there something about the camping wall that I don't know about? Does it have to do with the Berlin Wall, or is that no? Or is that not it? Did people camp using the Berlin Wall to prop up their tents? And it got into, in a certain block that became the camping wall. Certain areas of towns get nicknames. Like Southie in Boston. It's the only one I can think of right now. I don't know why. They didn't go out though, so we're good. Get clowned, went out. Looks like they're the ones who got clowned. Ooh. Ooh. I bonked and PV'd. I'm that bad. I felt that. I did not see that, and I am not gonna try that. Listen, sometimes depending on the buffalo can be too much for your boy. So, ghost pepper? I don't know. The only way you get me to do those, like, insane shit is if you had me on hot ones. Literally, the only fucking way. Okay, you paid me, like, $10,000 to eat a ghost pepper, I'll eat it. But, like, for free? I have to pay? I have to pay? No, thank you. It's like, yeah, no, I can definitely handle more than, like, well, based on my parents, I can handle more than the average white person who thinks stuff that I literally can't even taste is like, oh, this is spicy. I'm like, what? It's literally not at all. Yeah, I just can't handle, like, too much spice, and, like, the thing is, I can handle, like, a bit too much. That's the thing, like, I'm saying if it's too much for buffalo, I'm fine. My eyes are watering and I'm annoyed. That's it. But, I don't know how I'd handle, like, that level up there. You feel me? I don't know how I'd handle that. My dad had a friend who liked spicy. My dad brought him a bag of like 5 ghost peppers. Ah, nice. Also, so my sister used to always get this sandwich of Panera Bread, and it had this green pepper on it that was actually kind of spicy. I don't know what it was specifically, but I remember one time I tried to eat it. That was a bit too much for me. So a ghost pepper. Shee. Ah. Camping wall. You keep hitting that wall. Are you trying to camp on that wall? And he would feed me lunch every day. So you just kind of got used to it over time. It's kind of like how my dad growing up, I think he lived next to an Armenian family. I don't know. But whatever the culture was, they like to eat raw food, raw meat. So my dad now, like, if there's hamburger meat and we're about to have hamburgers that night, he'll be eating that raw hamburger meat. Like, all power to you, but ugh. And apparently he still has his wisdom teeth in, so he can chew raw meat better than most people. The Twitch streamer's out. Yeah, I couldn't eat raw meat. I've gotten salmonella from cooked meat, my guy. So, raw meat, woo. Although raw cookie dough, I'm for. Although I used to be able to just eat spoonfuls of raw cookie dough, and now I just can't anymore. Just crying over how spicy it was. You don't want to get bullied. We're about to hit the top 20s already. Wow, talking about food has made us go by really fast. Now I want spicy Mongolian beef ramen. The camping wall, no! You're out. That's an out. Like, outie out. Right? Maybe not. Almost. Almost. I mean, I think that's the definition of raw. I don't know about Mongolian grill. All I know is my mom has a Mongolian beef ramen recipe that's pretty expensive to make, so we don't have it that often. Next round is going to be single elimination rounds, so that'll be fun. Or double elimination, not single. Like, I should really go for it, although we had it like the other week, so. Maybe I should get the recipe and the ingredients from my mom and be like, teach me how to make this right now. Teach me. Because, you know, I'm the kind of person that once I see someone do something, I can copy it. For the most part. You know? If someone's explaining something to me, I'm going to have a much harder time figuring it out. To be completely honest. Oh, he might be out. Camping's out. Yep. 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 That's a yikes. Yikes. Oh, wait. Squarely Cubed? That's a good name. That's a good name. Too bad they're out too. Yeah, it's a pretty good tech map. I just suck at tech. That was a big joke. I mean, the thing is that last person that passed him towards the end was put him in elimination. He was out anyway, to be honest. Which, it sucks, but you know. Oh! That's a yikes of any mo. I don't like that. I like it. I don't like that. I like it. Yeah. I've never actually had, like, I want a venison burger. I want to try one. But I don't think I could hunt it. I don't know if I could. They'd be like, alright, now that you've shot it, you gotta put it out of its misery. What? What do you mean? I gotta slit its throat? No, I mean, you could, but I don't know how quick that one is. Oh. I don't know, you just stab its heart? Is that what you do? Put down a deer you shot while hunting? I have no idea, honestly. What would be the quickest and least painful way for the deer? Maybe, I guess, another shot to the head. Yeah, there's not. There's really not. All we have left is a good club name, aka Git. And he is from... Where? Where is it? Yeah, literally. It's a food chain. I would just feel bad killing it. The only animals I've... Okay. I was going to say the only animals I've killed are bugs, but my mom made me kill a snake once that I still feel bad about to this day. She is a real fear, and my grandmother has an even worse fear. Like, if she hears the word, she'll have nightmares for, like, 2 weeks every night that wake her up, and they're awful. So she was coming over, and it was in the pool area, and had been hanging out, and we tried to relocate it for, like, 3 days. My mom was like, just kill it. I'm like, okay. So I took the shovel to it. I still feel bad. When I go to hell, I'm going to see that snake there, and he's going to be like, I've been waiting for you, David. Like, ah, fuck. Kind of reminds me of this movie. I'm sure I've told this story once before. Deer tamales? That actually sounds amazing. Venison tamales? Awesome. But I remember, so I know I've said before how, you know, growing up, we would watch what my parents would want to watch for movies, which would typically involve going to Blockbuster on Sunday or Saturday, and them picking out a movie with all of us, and stuff like that. And this one my dad picked, and it was a love story, and he doesn't normally pick love stories, but it had an animal. It was like, it had an animal that was a big part of it, and it was this, I think it was either an otter, I think it was an otter. And it was about this man and woman who, I think one of them had a pet otter, and I don't remember most of the movie. There was a scene at a castle, I remember that. But what I do remember vividly is towards the end, the otter had kind of like started running in front of them while they were in this field, and there was this farmer working in the field, right? And he sees this otter come up to him and was like, hey, this otter isn't scared of humans because it's, you know, been with humans the whole time. And you're watching this from the otter's perspective, by the way, so you're looking up at this farmer. And the next thing you see is him take his shovel and go as hard as he can down on the otter. Now, by this point, my dad's already fallen asleep, like, on cue, long ago. And right after this, the credits roll. I was like 7 or 9 at the time. So my dad woke up to children screaming. And I was like, what happened? And my mom was like, the otter was killed. And he's like, what? It's like, it was brutal. It's genuinely brutal. Yeah. It's one of the most vivid childhood memories I have is watching that otter fucking die. From its perspective. I know what death looks like to an otter. I know what that perspective looks like. And not many people do. Also, at this rate, we have no good names, and there's no good clan tags. There's nothing. Listen, we got my dad that movie once as a joke for, like, Christmas or his birthday. So I gotta find what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, you just watch a shovel come down. Yeah, I know. Not many people, though. I don't think. I should make that into a TikTok. That story is worthwhile. I think. I feel like that's a good one. That's a good short / TikTok right there. Right down there. I mean, right now, I don't know who I want to win. No one? Me? Can I come back? Can I replace some of these guys? I mean, it looks like Boosty's going to be the one going out unless Adam really fucks up this part, which is completely possible. Actually, Boosty has a lot more speed coming, and Boosty's going to get in there as long as, yeah, Atom is out. Yeah, but people wouldn't understand the reference. Oh, of an otter hitting them in the head with the shovel. Right. I thought you were saying just have the human's perspective of hitting the otter. I'm like, no, this is brutal. Giant otter just lands shovel on human head. Wait, Danox literally said in chat, please be out. Are they hoping they go out? Are they hoping they go out? But they're still gonna try their best anyway? Yo, I feel that. Welcome back, Witch King. You missed probably one of my best story times, I'm not gonna lie. Although you might be one of the ones who already know the story. Witch King, did you ever hear about the story about that movie with the otter and the shovel? Ever tell you about that one? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I've said it before on stream, but I just don't know for sure who was there for it. I don't think I should repeat the whole story. I'd say go back to like 45 minutes, which is 4 minutes ago. If you wanted it. I mean, long story short, I've seen the perspective of an otter getting smushed by a shovel. Very deliberately. Orba of Orbas. He's Orba of the Orbs. Oh, Danox, you might go out with that. You might get your wish, buddy. You'll see it in tomorrow's short. I can guarantee that. If you forget that, you'll see it in tomorrow's short. Don't worry. Ow. Dude, it's so weird seeing the top 5, and all of them are 3 seconds behind the leader. Throwing for content, probably Sean's friend. Correct. Or just orb. It's a mouthful. Oh, someone just went off the side. Look at that little wiggle. You see those wiggles? That was rage wiggle. That was anger wiggles. Like, god damn it, you're just like... And then you get over it because you have to drive. But right now, what he needs is Poe to grievously fuck up. And, I mean, that was actually a pretty helpful wallbang, if all things considered. I'm not gonna lie. That was really good wallbang, all things considered. However, one more, and Clay probably catches up. Just like that. Just like that. Poe got the wallbang, and that means Clay catches up. What did I say? All it takes is one more bonk, and that's it. I'm not going to talk to him. Yes, wallbang. What's it called? That's a technical term. So, you know, I want Danox to win because they didn't want to win, apparently. I believe the technical term for it is wall banging. It's when you cut a hole in the wall. And then... Yeah, that's wall banging. Yep. Wow, this is the closest round we've had yet. Like, by far, the closest round. Close round. Good luck. Alright, guys. Boosty or Danox TM. Place your bets now in the chat below. Right now, it looks like Boosty has the better line, and Danox is going to be hitting the wall. My money's on Danox here. And with this tech map in Server 20, you just don't know. Boosty, however, has been pretty damn consistent, and Danox is... Ooh, that's a yikes, man. That's such a yikes. I mean, he made it through that part this time, but right now he needs Boosty to get, like, the 2 or 3 checkpoint restarts at this point. Like, that's such a problem for Danox. I don't want to see Danox DNF, though. I do not want to see that, because you never know. Like, he almost choked there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's no chance now. Like, you're done. But... GG, well played. Oh, Danox didn't want to win. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, style points. Style points. Style points! 10 out of 10 style points. Yeah, literally, never DNF. GG Smurf! Damn, Danox! Damn! The hostility in that man's tone of typing. Ooh. Nice, nice. I wonder if any of the other people from Massachusetts come onto the Tilted Spring and look at the score and it's like, holy shit. And then they go to this, and they're like, holy shit. And then they go to this, and they're like, wait, holy shit. And then they don't see my name here, so they don't say anything. But, you know, I wonder how many people have just noticed that know my name and have been like, huh, I wonder how many people have put this together yet. Like, just seeing me every day, like, in Cup of the Day or whatever. Still fourth on that one. And still second on this one. Okay. Okay. Let's get this bread. And by bread, I mean this world record. Let's just get it today. Let's just... We'll do it. We'll do it just today. That's all we need. Although my thumb hurts for some weird reason. Like, the tip of my thumb kind of feels a bit, like, painful. I don't really get that. Feels weird. Feels very weird. I still can't believe Danox called Boosty a Smurf. Boosty almost went out multiple times. I do not think Boosty was a Smurf. Especially seeing how the previous round you guys were neck and neck the whole time as well. Like... I don't know. Well, back at it again. Just like yesterday. Just like yesterday. Also, speaking of yesterday, yesterday was 2 months to the day of before I fly down to Georgia. I can't wait. Although, also yesterday, I watched a video about a woman getting sucked out of the window of the plane. And I have a window seat. Yeah! Although, wait, I may have taken an aisle seat. I don't remember. Are you kidding me? Damn. I was looking for a soul to steal. I am. Damn. Had a feeling that was gonna happen. Had a slight feeling that was gonna happen. Oh, if I didn't hit there, that could have been so close to the world record. Damn. I'm really upset I threw away that run that I just said could have been it. That was like one of the best I've ever done. Overall. Nah, fuck. Ada. Oh, Jake Ray. One of these days I am going to take you down. I want my world record back. Ugh. 33 5 is such a good time on this map compared to literally everyone else who has ever done this map, other than Jake Ray and me. There's only 2 people in the world that this is not an okay time. And I hate being one of those 2 people. Everyone else in the world can't do that. But I'm upset with it. Ah. But that's like literal. I am one of 2 people on this planet that that's not a good time to. Like, for themselves. Like, if someone else did it, I'd be like, yeah, it's a really good time. Like, you're actually coming up to compete with us now. But I fucked this up. I fucked that up heavy. Until that happens, you know, my statement stands. Speaking of Georgia, though, I'm wondering how I'm going to be streaming from there. I might do, like, a mobile stream at AWA at one point. I don't know. See how that goes. But I can't guarantee that. Because I don't know how good the hotel internet's going to be for streaming. I mean, I guess mobile streams will be possible. We could find a good mobile game to stream, since I have the Streamlabs app on my phone. Fuck, I hit the wall there. No. Yeah, that's what I said at first, that I'd probably do some of a little bit. But I don't know how good my phone's going to be doing there, reception-wise. I mean, Dylan and Vinny and all of them, when they were streaming in those public places at PAX, seemed fine. But I don't know what kind of cell plan they got. I don't know if it's going to be like that for AWA. I mean, Boston usually tends to have really good coverage. Yeah, no, then the second one, I was like, I'd probably do a couple from the hotel. But it depends all if I have a laptop or not, you know? I might have to pay for extra, like, packages, like, pay extra to ship, or, like, package my, microphone and shit in another, you know, in another bag. Yeah, the AWA panel's gonna be lit. The only other YouTuber panel I've ever been to was the Creatures one back in PAX. Their first and only panel. First and last panel. I was there. However, I was a heckler. Made for good content, though. It did. Made it into the clips. But man, did the Creatures turn into such a train wreck. I got into them back when Shield Chaos was still a part of them. And then Shield left to continue college instead of moving to the house. It really was downhill from the house, I think. After the house, I should say. Like, The Office literally spelled the end for the Creatures, I think. Actually, waiting in line for that panel was the first time I ever played Cards Against Humanity. Some guys had a group going, and I was like, hey, can I join? They were like, yeah, sure, come on in. It was really fun. There was like 10 of us playing it, and we were all just dying laughing the whole damn time. Cards Against Humanity, if you have the right sense of humor, if you're the right person, which a lot of people at an anime convention or a gaming convention are with the dark humor, you could just make beautiful friendships with random people that you'll never see or hear from again. Don't even remember what they look like. If one walked up to me now and said, hey, I played Cards Against Humanity in line at PAX with you, and I'd be like, oh, I remember doing that, but I don't remember you. But if you remember it, then probably you were there. Like, that's how it would go. I hope I get in line to ask a question to them, and I can just be like, how you guys doing today? Just like, you know, it's a little bit of a joke on the fact that they're always asking that every video, even though they all already know how they're doing each day. And 4 of us were just playing that in the classroom. I played the funniest answer, I swear, yeah. It's so good. Who are you? And the best part is they all know what I look like, too. Especially, Vinny would straight up be like, Hat Guy, shut up! Shut up! Hat Guy! Yeah, literally, what do you guys have planned today? So what are you guys up to right now? I want to do that so bad. I know Vinny would be, I'd be like, so who are you guys exactly? What do you do? They'd be like, Hat Guy? What are you, what? And they'll be like, oh, we're YouTubers. We'll be, oh, wow, what's that like? Yeah, I would imagine that too, but then I'd also imagine Vinny being like, there's going to be kids there. There are going to be children there with their parents. That's just life about that, you know? So, I think Vinny's going to look out in the crowd, see at least like 3 children, and be like, ah, God, oh, God, I can't swear. You know, basically. I don't know why my armpit itches, but it itches. I think I got a bug bite there. Alright, see you, Orba. Have a good one. Hope you have fun, and stay safe. I'm imagining Frank's gonna, like, walk in and just do some weird shit while walking up to the panel. Like, Frank's gonna say something, and Ryan's gonna do something. I know it. And both of the things are gonna be very questionable. That's just how it goes. You know, that's my prediction. Ryan's gonna walk up being way too hyperactive, and Frank's gonna walk up, sit down, breathe really heavy into the microphone, and be like, eggs. And then everyone's just gonna lose their shit. You know? That's my prediction. That's my whole prediction on what the panel's gonna start on. Yeah, Ryan's gonna rip his shirt off and be like, I probably shouldn't have done that. That was my only shirt for the entire week. Wait, no, he lives down there. What am I talking about? He's not traveling. Yeah, I mean, hell, it's not like it would hurt to ask, but it also does seem like a lot to ask. Yeah, but Ryan's the kind of guy still do it. Like me. Like how I'm still saying sheesh, even though that's probably dead. I feel like I've gotten to know them very well at this point, even though I've only hung out with them for a weekend in real life. I think I know Ryan the most just because he reminds me so much of my younger self. You know? Just how hyperactive I used to be. And there's a hair that's staying like right in my eyeball. Maybe one day Ryan will be like me, just completely laid back, not hyperactive. Well, I can get hyperactive. I can. Just takes the right shit. They're all awesome people, I can tell you that. And the best part is they're so kind in person. Like, some people, like, especially with someone like Game Boy Luke, people get intimidated by him a lot. Just because he's the Brit, he's no nonsense, he's not afraid to, like, chew out his friends as a joke, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, he's not afraid of the banter, and some people, like, are very intimidated by that. Like, his on-screen personality, where he's, like, very no-nonsense, very... Well, he's not no-nonsense, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Luke is a bit more intimidating than the rest of the Core 4. Than the Core 4. And, literally, when I got to PAX the first day, I found them. And I remember just kind of, like, going around and seeing everyone talking in their circles. Well, it was only, like, Luke and a couple other people that I recognized. The Core 4 wasn't there. They were doing something else. And, I remember Luke noticed me. And Deadass just kind of, like, grabbed me and just pulled me straight into the conversation circle. And just straight up included me immediately. Like, it was the kindest thing he could have done for me the entire weekend. Completely opened me out of my shell to the entire weekend. Like, I was so anxious and terrified beforehand of just meeting all these new people that I don't know. And Luke just grabbing me and putting me into a conversation with a bunch of people straight up made me feel so welcome that I was ready to be myself all weekend. Luke is such a sweetheart, bro. Alright, I want to make that one into a short too, just so I can send it to Luke. Kind of. He was an incredibly kind person. Is an incredibly kind person. I say was because I haven't seen him since then. It's like, he's not dead. That's not what's happening here. Oh, I missed that weekend. It was such a good weekend. They're so approachable, dude. Honestly, they are, like, the most approachable YouTubers I've ever met. Like, I've met Immortal HD, Chilled Chaos, I've met... Actually, that's it. Then the whole gang. Like, the whole gang. I've met half of the Pokemon community now at this point. But, like... I mean, it probably has a lot to do with my age and where I was at in my life, but... I was, like, 15 meeting Immortal HD, and I didn't really get to hang out at that. My parents were like, alright, we're going to eat, come with us. I'm like, well, I literally just got here and said hi. It's like... They didn't let me stay because they just didn't trust it. We were in the center of Boston. I was 15. I don't know. And then I met Chilled when I was like 16, 17. Maybe. It was whenever Xbox One came out. I was less intimidated by that, but I was still terrified. In a sense of like just new people. The fact that they're approachable is what scares me. Really? Really? That's an interesting thought process. Yeah. That's honestly, like, that's kind of how I'm expecting my AWA to go. So, like, Brooks seems to have intent to want to hang out with me. So that's cool. I mean, I know we definitely have that Denny's date planned. And stuff like that. So one night you may see me on a Brooks stream. You never know. Or a Dylan stream. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, you really, like, the thing about meeting people like YouTubers that you really look up to is that they're just people, man. Celebrities are like one thing because they kind of just live a different life because they're so mega rich. Like meeting a Logan Paul or a Mr. I feel like Mr. Beast is one of the most down to earth like rich people. And I don't even know how rich he is, to be completely honest, since every video's a loss. But like these are the same people that like go through the daily life like you do. So like I don't. It's a lot less pressure than something like that. Yes, you would meet the guy of hats. I kind of just put that together. This will be the first convention I'm going to as a YouTuber. Let me ask the convention, hey, can I get one of those media passes? I got 259 subscribers and 69,000 views on my channel. They'd be like, what are you botting? No, shorts are just stupid broken, bro. Shorts are dummy OP. It's but yeah, no, meeting them is a lot less pressure than you think. Like I saw people freaking out. And I'm just like, chill, it's okay. They're people. Like I remember one day I was there and apparently Dylan had met this girl before, but I could tell on his face he had no clue who she was. You know what I mean? And he looked at her and was like, "Oh hi," and put his hand out, and she instantly took that as, "Oh my God, you remember me," and she started saying like, oh my God, you remember me," and I'm looking at Dylan's face and I'm like, he's thinking, "I don't, but I'll pretend." Like, Brooks is awesome. Brooks was actually one of the more intimidating people, surprisingly. But that's also because I wasn't really hanging out with his chat as much. I was like, girl, if you just looked at this, if you just calm down for a second, it's fine. Don't elevate people too high up on a pedestal. That's my life advice. Oh. I mean, like, yeah, there's a huge difference between, like, a natural level of anxiety and nerves versus, like, freaking out. Yeah, there is that, too. There's a huge difference between, like, normal nerves and just losing it. I'm not saying that that girl was losing it. She was just a bit too excited, I think. You're terrified of meeting Brooks? Really? I mean, I can see that. Like, you're scared that actually being in person it won't mesh as well, but I don't think I'm all too worried about that for myself with Brooks. I guess I've already had the proof of concept that we already kind of mesh from PAX. Yeah, it's not like she was screaming, but like... I wonder if this is going to be like PAX where every day, every hour or so, we're going to have someone yell at us to move because there's just too many people. Wow, that was a huge difference. Hmm. Imagine if I got the world record, like, right now. Imagine. But, you know, I'm anxious. Yeah, I feel that, Witch King. Like, I completely get that. To do a 2-person weekend trip, you could. I don't know how expensive... Hotels are very expensive right now. That's the big part. Like, my 1-bedroom hotel for 5 nights is $1,260. Like, the flight was the cheap part of the expense. AWA for the all weekend pass was $100. My flight was about, I want to say, like, $280 both ways, which is like crazy cheap. And it's not even like a bad, like, I have good shit, like not like bad companies I'm doing. Are you saying, I'm sorry, what, for the hotel price? I got the hotel that's like literally 1.4 miles from the convention center, so I can literally just walk there instead. Yeah, but hotels are crazy expensive right now. I don't know why. I guess it's because they know there's a convention coming up, but... So I'd imagine a 2-bedroom would probably be around 1,800. Or actually more than that. It's very expensive to take. It was very expensive for me to take this trip. And then that's not even gonna, like, include my eating expenses, my Uber expenses, me buying stuff at the convention. Stuff like that, you know? Gonna have to buy a carton of cigarettes before I go. Gonna have to stay sober Sally all week, probably, because marijuana is not legal down there. I mean, unless I got a Cali card. If I got an out-of-state card, would I be able to smoke medical marijuana? No, because it's not medically legal in Georgia, I don't think. The more I want to talk to her about it, so I probably will. Yeah, go for it. I'm sure, literally, though, Witch King, like, I chose to do a hotel instead of a much cheaper option, which is an Airbnb. That's another thing you gotta consider. I decided to, instead of having any anxiety about finding the place, finding the key, you know, having to worry about someone else living there at the same time as me being there, I decided just to get a hotel. I decided to spend more for the ease of the just sleep. You know? And I'll know the shower will work. Because I remember Vinny had a nightmare about the showers at his Boston Airbnb. Yeah. And the thing is, some Airbnbs are really, like, stingy with their fucking fees. It's like one wrinkle on that bed sheet. Oh, well, that's an $100 fee right there. I don't know, like, if I'd ever be able to give up, like, my own space to an Airbnb. You know what I mean? Like, my own bed. I'm like, I don't want to have to go to sleep thinking, man, people probably fucked on my bed this weekend. I'd always want to do it if I had spare, like, ensuite or whatever. Literally, one of my plans, though, for, like, my life... Hold on. I panicked and fucked up. One of my plans for my life is to own a duplex and either live in one and rent out the other one, or just rent both out and have my own, like, apartment somewhere else. Like, that's what I want. I'd be the best fucking landlord you'd ever have, bro. The most understanding motherfucker you've ever had as a landlord would be me. Nah, close. Close. I'm actually getting really consistent. Like, okay, consistent isn't the right word. I'm actually, like, getting really good runs. I think I'm getting much closer to actually beating Jake right now. Ah. Yeah. But owning a duplex just and renting it out just sounds like such a nice way for easy money on the side. And like, if the plan is I'm a YouTuber full time with 2 duplexes making me money in the background, like if YouTube just for some reason ever fails as a company, I have backup right there. I worked out all of it with my mom. I just need, you know what I need for it to work out? I need Dogecoin to hit like $1,000 a coin. Actually, more like $500 a coin would be enough. Because I only need like $150,000 to outright buy a duplex in the area. I say only. Like $150,000 isn't a fuck ton of money. Or at least like pay for a mortgage or something like that. Maybe not outright buy. I mean, I could take out a loan, but I have no proof of income. And a loan sounds like such a risky prospect. I've watched loans go bad in real life, so... Ugh. But no, literally, since I have like 425 Dogecoins, if it hit like 500 each... That's a lot of money. I don't know math. Math in my head is bad. But again, that's like a 10-year down the line thing. For it even being possible. You know what I mean? The thing is, if Dogecoin ever hits, like, the peak that Bitcoin did, like the 64,000, 70,000 peak, I'd be worth about $22 million, maybe? $15 to $22 million. Literally. And I spent $100 in total that I... And the thing about investing is, I always treat it as money that I am fully willing and fully consenting to literally never seeing again. This is money that I'm like, I will be forever okay without it. I do not need it. I do not have to worry about it going to zero. I feel like that's the smartest way to invest in Bitcoin or in crypto. I feel like that's the smartest way, is to be like, you know what? Let's take a $50 to $100 gamble that 5 years down the line, this is the size of Bitcoin. Because no, I don't think anyone took Bitcoin seriously at first. Anyone. People think I'm crazy for doing that too, and I'm like, no, the people who are crazy, like, are like Vinny, a little bit. Not gonna lie. No shame, Vinny. I'm not trying to shame you, but you bought in at A, the worst time to buy in, and B, you bought way too much. Yeah. Well, I mean, other people have invested easily $30,000 into it. I hit the wall. It's money that I was like, I'm still willing to never see again. I feel like as long as you go in it with that attitude, you're fine. But then there's the dumbasses who are like, well, you should have, people who got stimulus checks and instantly spent it are dumb. They should have invested it. And it's like, bro, they instantly spent it on the rent they owed for the past, like, 6 months. Which, by the way, didn't cover all of it. Like, I still see arguments on Twitter of, like, imagine if all these people complaining about money invested their stimulus check into Bitcoin. If they did, by the way, they would have lost $900. Like, the person who did it basically said you had to do it at this specific day in order to make a profit. And it's like, if people did that, you know, they'd all be perfectly fine. It's like, no, they'd be homeless. Because they spent their rent money on Bitcoin. A lot of these investors don't understand what it's like to have money you can't lose. They're like online complaining about people. Like, like, the thing is, like, I don't knock cryptocurrency for existing. I knock it for attracting some of the most, like, awful kinds of people. I don't know. Like, it attracts some of the most... It attracts people who, like, invest in it, make an $100 profit, and think they're a fucking cryptocurrency god. And they can do basic math on a calculator. Sometimes. Like, that's a lot of what I see on Twitter. Yeah. Imagine if people had loans already paid and rent and shit. Yeah, literally. It just pisses me off when I see, like, people who are obsessed with Bitcoin and shit. Be like, yeah, you shouldn't be paying for food for your table that week. You shouldn't have bought groceries. Why are you buying food to survive? You should be investing in Bitcoin, bro. Come on. Who would buy food that you need to survive for the night? Why would you feed your children when you could invest in Bitcoin, bro? Like, I don't get it. Why feed the kids? Fuck them. Fuck them kids. That's exactly what they sound like. Dude, I've come up with like 3 good shorts today. They're gonna be hard to choose from. Deadass. And literally their argument to it is you could buy food with Bitcoin. And it's like, if you're investing in the Bitcoin, you have to wait 4 months for it to make a profit. And then it might not. And by then you've already starved to death. Like, I deadass saw someone be serious with, you can buy food with Bitcoin. That was their argument. Against the, I have to buy food today. Not 4 months from now. It's like, are you really that dense? It's funny, like, all I can think of, too, when I read those comments from those kinds of people is just, say you've never struggled a day in your life for money. Just say you've never had to work for money a day in your life. Like, say you've never had an actual, like, meaningful career. Just eat after you invest, for real. Dude. There's some people who just think they have such smart arguments and it just makes... And they don't even realize how dumb it makes them look to every normal person. I'm not even a normal person, goddammit, and I still notice. You know? I'm not normal in the slightest. Imagine how dumb it looks to a normal person. With average intelligence. So, going to the average intelligence conversation. So I have never been because of my 504 plan, my ADHD, and my autism. I have taken IQ tests throughout my life. You know, growing up, I just don't remember them, and they never told me how well I did on them. You know. So I got curious one day. I was like 22, 21 at the time, and I took an online one. And obviously, went into this thinking the answer is not going to be right. Like, I'm not going to have the IQ it tells me I have. So I still did it just for fun. And it got like 189. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. No. God, no. I'm literally a fucking dumbass. There's no way. And then I looked, oh, wait. They have the percentile. Or, yeah, like the percentile of where I landed compared to everyone else who took that same test. So, I thought if I took the percentile, which was like 19, 17% or something like that, if I took that and I went to to an IQ graph and saw like the percentiles for each IQ, I could tell where mine was at. And apparently it's like 116. Which makes sense because my mom's is literally like 140. But I was always like, that just shows how fucking wrong those tests are. Like, those random online ones. Do not trust what it tells you. I used to be one of those kids who used to care about like what his IQ was, even though I didn't really know it at the time. Don't be that guy who like brags about an IQ. Yeah, it's one of those things that you just kind of like, I wonder. So like, if you want to get like something that's most likely wrong, mind you, even with the percentile thing that I did, it's still most likely not accurate to what mine really is. You could still do it and like kind of get like a baseline of good guess. Yeah, literally. Although Stephen Hawking literally in an interview said like that the people who brag about their IQs are like dumbasses or like are sad or something like that. No, he called them losers, just straight up. People who brag about their IQ are losers. And it's like, hearing Stephen Hawking's robot voice call someone a loser is it's savage. It's more savage than if a human did it. Because there's so much more intent with it. Because he had to look at the letters and type it out, basically. You know? Imagine Stephen Hawking rolling up and just calling you a loser and then speeding away. You really don't want to know? Yeah. My dumbass in like high school was like, yeah, I'm probably around like the 130s, 140s. Yeah. Like, I was that asshole. I highly doubt that, Witch King. I highly doubt that, based on you chatting. You seem like a very decently educated person. There's no way your IQ would be below 100. No shot. Like, literally no shot. I know, but, like, you still put yourself together in an like, the way you form sentences and the way you talk about certain topics does give you a bit of insight into, like, how much intelligence this person really does have. And you are very insightful, and you ask all of the right questions. It's a lot more abstract than people give IQ credit for. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of noticing patterns, but it's not all it is. I'm very good with patterns, though. Maybe not very good. I'm decent with patterns. Although you start getting me into number patterns and you start mixing math in there, and I'm like, no, thank you. I could, but I don't want to. No, thank you, sir. Still gotta always practice this ending. Because I still have no idea how to do it every time. There was a good, like, week where I had it down, and now I've lost it. But I mean, also going back to, like, the chatting isn't me, quote-unquote. The way you portray yourself to literally everyone, except for maybe one or two people in your lives, is never the you, when you think about it. My parents don't actually hang out or talk to the real me, because they don't like a lot of the things I talk about or say. For me just being me, you know what I mean? Like, the only person I'm really me with is, like, my friend Mike. And if we're with, like, Kat. She's really cool, so. Even now, like, he has a fiance now, and I'm still not, like, completely, like, me around her yet. No, wait, they're married now, I think. That was a whole long, complicated story that I'm not going to get into their business. Technically, me streaming, I'm not the real me. I have to have somewhat of a filter on myself, you know? Even if I am a rated R channel, quote unquote. I'm a very rated R channel. Very rated R. Hell, it might be M. Just change that bitch to a video game standard. Yeah. Like, over the years, I've gotten more comfortable with my parents, but I would still tell them that they don't really know, like, the real me. Like, they wouldn't know, because I've talked to this about them before, because it's just, like, it's true for literally every human, like I've said. Like, everyone puts on a different filter depending on who they're with. Some people just have a heavier filter than others. Like, there's a lot of memes that I laugh at, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could show this to my parents and they'd find it funny. Instead, they just get mad at me and turn it into a lesson. David! Like, come on, I'm 24, chill. I can say that maybe once I move out. I'm 24, chill. I can use my age once I move out. Until then, I feel like I can't. Oh. One thing that I've also had to get used to is just kind of like the whole, like, it's okay that I haven't moved out yet. Like, my sister's moved out by the age I am now. Well, like, it's completely normal now. Yeah, they have an idea for me, but, like, they don't know what it's like to hang out with me as, like, one of my friends in real life. I mean, I guess streaming, I'm even less filtered than I am with them, I think. I still feel bad saying fuck in front of them. You know what I mean? I'm still at that point. Well, last time I looked at the timer, it was like 35 minutes ago. Actually, 40. And this went by so quick. I wonder how many laps I got in that time. Oh. Oh. Sometimes I can be a wise motherfucker. Other times I can just spew pure absurdity and shit. We have been vibing. Bro, last night Vinny's stream was such a vibe. We were just listening to Kanye music for most of it. Like... Yeah. I mean, literally, my parents didn't know I had any mental illness for like 7 years. Like, they had no clue what I was dealing with. And they were telling me how they know me back then. And I'm like, you really don't. Really dumb. But you know, the dirty humor comes. Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, someone starts saying something a bit funny, and then you start laughing. So, oh my god, this actually reminds me of something. Hold on. Hold on. Which one is it? Which one is it? This one, okay. Let me do this.
I'm going blank right now.
Let's just listen.
Dude, really? Why are you biting my shorts?
I don't know, this was so fucking funny to me. Hold
I was
on.
brushing my teeth, right? Looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, are my nipples a little too big?
What is too big?
That's
opinion.
The areola, I think, is what makes it hit or miss.
Do you like your cherry stems to be really long, or do you like them like short?
Where would this come
That's
from?
nipples, man. The areola is the cherry, and then the
That's nipples? Really?
I'm trying to discuss the overall circumference of my nipples. Are they too big?
Let me see.
Let me see.
Look, see?
I feel like
man.
yours are like perfect. No homo.
You like them?
Dude, your nipples are pretty
Well,
small.
yeah, I feel like they get big though. Like when
when?
they're just chilling, they get kind of large. Have you guys ever thought about your nipples?
I had a bad chafing problem in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So out of nowhere, my right nipple would actually like vivaciously just itch. 24/7 nearly. Only my right nipple. I don't know what it was. Bro, I would be sitting in class, not able to focus, just itching the fuck out of my right nipple.
Didn't we call it like the tectonic plate? It like looked like a tectonic.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Dude, your
Literally looked
memory.
like
Holy
the
cow.
tectonic-
Well, good news is we got through it together, Gabe, right?
Nope, all by myself.
Don't say that, man. I was there for you.
Did you scratch my nipple?
No, but I did not make it worse.
I don't know why, but that's just so fucking funny. And they're like, why do we have all these signs of depression? You're fine. And I'm like, yo, I feel that. Literally. I mean, I had to tell them. Like, literally, I ended up telling them, I think. I actually don't remember how it happened, but I ended up outpatient. I don't remember exactly what happened. Yeah, true. But fuck, that TikTok is literally just hanging out with the boys. If you and your friends do not have conversations similar to that, just like real, no judgment, just like, I mean, are my nipples too big, bro? Do you think it's too big? And they're like, no, dude, your nipples are perfect, bro. That's boys being boys. That's what that is. That's dudes being dudes right there. That's what it feels like. Just hanging out with my guys. Gotta make sure that's turned back on. Talk about therapy, maybe start looking. Dude, therapy, I'd say I've been going to the same therapist for 8 years. Love him. Wouldn't be where I am today without him. I kind of fucked up that last part, but... Wow. Wow. That's actually a decent time. I don't know the Office theme song, I'm sorry. I can't do sitcoms. I can't. Ah. Also, tomorrow night is... No, wait, no, today's Saturday. Monday night, we're going to be playing... I might stream the Among Us with Vinny. Actually, probably not. Just because of the way the rotations work. Like, if I was playing, like, every single game with Vinny, I'd stream it. As a second stream of the day. But the thing is, like, we do round rotations. Like, every 3 games we switch out. And usually that means I only play, like, 3 games. Yeah, true. I feel that. That's the only... I mean, I've heard it before. Like, I've watched clips and stuff like that. It's just, I can't do the second-hand embarrassment shit that sitcoms do every episode. I can't. It's all they got. That's a yikes. I think today I have beaten Catfot's time 3 or 4 times. Remember when it took me multiple streams to beat it once? I remember those days. I remember those days. God damn it. God dang it. Not fair. That was like the most speed I've ever maintained in that part, and I didn't get the gear up. Or I didn't, like, gear up completely. No. Ah. God damn it. God dang flab it. Bro, come on. I can do this. I got this. Come on. Part of me just wants to watch TikToks now. TikTok is such a dangerous app, dude. It's addicting. You just sit there and start watching them. If it wouldn't take me forever, I'd find the bean one that I told you guys about earlier. No, no, no. My eyes are pretty unfocused right now, so everything's kind of blurry. Oh, no, it's back. Everything's back. We're all back. I was gonna say let's do a blurry run, but it didn't happen. TikTok's dangerous, dude. Oh, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. Well, it looks like no PB today, probably. I mean, unless I do it within the next, like, 5 minutes. Got very close to a PB, though. And by very close, I mean a 10th away. Yeah, there really isn't. Like, literally, I reported, like, I'm sure you remember my tweet. I literally watched a video of a dog getting killed. It got murdered by a deer on the video. I reported it. Did not go against guidelines. But you talk about how Jesus wasn't white? That video's taken down. someone's literally getting physically and mentally harassed online by millions of people, perfectly fine. But, you know, as soon as, you know, you mention something that's a little weird, it's a problem. Every video I've reported that I feel like should never be on anyone's websites, were not against community standards. So honestly, TikTok community standards seem to be the most backwards out of any social media I use. I mean, I did not really need to, in my life, to watch a deer curb stomp a dog over and over again on TikTok. That's not what I needed on your platform. It's like, it's wild. I don't know how people just sat there and recorded the dog die too. You're in the middle of a town, in a street. Someone charged the fucking deer and save its life. But no, all people can do is stop it! Stop it! It's like, how do you think yelling at a deer to stop, even a murderer, even a human murderer, yelling at them to stop it isn't going to make them think, oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should just stop. No, their adrenaline is going to tell them, no, keep going, fucker. It's always annoying when there's a situation, you just have some random person in the background yelling, stop it. Like they're helping or anything. But no, literally, a deer isn't going to sit up and be like, oh, that lady's telling me to stop it? Man, maybe I should. No, the deer is going to think, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, I'll ask after I kill this dog. And then there's those people, so like, I occasionally watch fight videos, because, you know, fights are kind of fun. It's always awful seeing a random, like, 50-year-old lady come into the scene, not knowing what's going on, and try and get in the middle of a fight and break it up. Like, that is so dangerous. And stupid, and not productive at all. You're just gonna get tossed to the ground, every time. You're gonna get pushed aside by the person you're not looking at, and then you're gonna be hurt and be like, why? Why? Because you put yourself in a dumb situation. That's why. Also, that kind of reminds me, I watched a video of this guy. So he was a trucker. He was being tailgated by this guy in an Explorer. The Explorer swerved in front of him, stopped at the red light, got out of his car, and the trucker kept yelling, don't get out of your car, get back in your car, and the dude did not comply, mind you. And my immediate thought is, whenever I hear someone yelling at a person, you best not get out your car, they are going to shoot you. And if that is not your first thought, you do not have enough street smarts. I'm sorry. But that is a pretty, like, universal sign of, like, he's threatening me. Dude had a completely legal concealed carry. And the dude walked away as soon as he saw the gun. And then called 911. But then lost because, you know, dash cam footage. Imagine going to court for all that and then just losing because you're actually the one at fault. And you're like, but he had a gun. Yeah, legally. If it's consensual, let people do stupid shit. For sure. Like, that's why I'm like, if you are doing something that technically hurts your body, but doesn't hurt anyone else, who cares? As long as you know the risks and you feel like you could, one day you might want to stop. Well, it's the best American way to diffuse a situation, to be completely honest, is if road rage is happening, you don't want to hurt nobody, right? But the best way to diffuse a situation is to be like, hey, I could hurt you if you try something, so don't. Walk away. And everyone walks away for the most part. Like, hold on. Let's go find one of my favorite videos on the internet. Guy. Oh, it's gonna be hard to find. Yes, okay. Okay, we found it. We found it. Hello, Daniel. How you doing today? Been a bit. This is American as fuck. That's America. Welcome. That's just the funniest thing to me. Do something. Okay. The break. I don't know why that's just so funny to me. It's obviously the guy wasn't gonna fire it. It's probably not even okay. It's probably loaded. He's driving, but like, really? I see road rage compilation. They're either road rage compilations are either from America or Russia. No in between. Literally, I don't know if it's British sometimes. I see Brits sometimes. Not gonna lie, but every horrible driving compilation is 90% Russia. I'm like, these videos make me think that there's no driving tests, even though there probably are, and 80% of the drivers are probably fine. It's just all of the clips. Everyone has a dash cam in Russia, I think, is the real reason. Yeah, it might not be, but you never know. But I think that one got news attention. It's Cold War trading. Well, yeah, we're too focused on our militaries to focus on driving. Each Russian is just like, we have missile for Putin in back. We must drive safe. Oh no, we die. You know, that was bad. Listen. How much anxiety? Because like, I remember watching a video learning about asteroids, and talking about asteroids, a lot of people talk about nukes in the same vein, because a nuclear bomb is the closest thing we can get to creating an asteroid crater on the planet. And sometimes they deliver nukes on, like, the back of cargo trucks, just like 18-wheelers that have open flat beds on the back, and it's just got a nuke strapped to it. Imagine driving that, and how much anxiety you must have the whole damn time. All it takes is one dumb person. I mean, maybe they delivered the parts individually and they didn't have the radioactive isotopes in it for travel. Maybe it was just a shell. But, like, imagine some guy makes a mistake, hits your truck, and boom, a nuke goes off on a highway. Like, how much could that go wrong? You know how the Russians had replicas of American cities in case of the war became a reality or secret ops? So in the American driving way? Listen, I think it's the other way around. Listen, America is full of great drivers, let me tell you. But the amount, like, if you just look up car crash compilations, you'll be shocked how many are Russian. Just so shocked. It's crazy. And all the comments are usually people like, why are these always Russia? Like... Listen, although there are some... American highways in certain parts are so confusing, dude. Like, they can be so confusing to people who aren't from the areas. I mean, yeah, they would, but, like, it still only takes someone to, like, accidentally hop over the median of the other side of the highway and launch into it. You know what I mean? And, like, knock the truck on its side. Or, like, all it takes is the truck to hydroplane and hit a building. Right? That's literally all it takes. I mean, the only part that I saw was it arrive on site in the desert. Like, there's a specific desert in America that they used back in the day. But, yeah, I mean, it was just... I mean, still, you can't really do evasive maneuvers with a truck on a highway. You're kind of just left at the mercy of every other driver on the road. I don't know, though. They could have just literally had it at a facility 2 miles away, and it didn't even go on a main road. Like, maybe it was just on a back dirt access the whole... Or, like, a back access the whole way. It's very possible for that to happen, too. Literally, all I saw from that part of the video, all they showed for that was it arriving on site. So for all I know, they made it off, like, right there. Wow! Holy shit! That's a huge PB, guys. That's almost a tenth of a second off. That is huge. I mean, what sucks is now it's going to show me a head, but that's an absolutely monumental PB. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how close we are now. Literally a tenth, 1.12 seconds off. And I will have the world record. I mean, I was supposed to end the stream 5 minutes ago. I was going to end it at the 2-hour mark. But then I got distracted. And now it's 2 hours and 7 minutes in. Hold on, I need to check the Trackmania website. See exactly how far behind I am. Campaigns. Grassy spring. Let's go to 11. I am 0.116 seconds behind. Right here. That's how far behind I am now. Okay, so now, if people look at the times, they'll really be like, okay, Jake Ray and Hat Guy are in a different league of the other guys. At this point. All it took was talking about a nuke, literally. Literally. And asteroids. That's awesome. That's a huge PB. That is a massive PB. Let's just... Apparently I turned it off on accident. I mean, obviously, once we get to over here, it's not going to be too pretty, because you're going to watch me lose a big lead. Like, if I still had that lead the whole way through, that would have been world record. At this point, I knew this was special. Okay, but now, literally, you add all the other PBs to this. Let's reset and wait for them. If we add all the other top 5 PBs, we're going to notice how big of a gap it's going to be now. That's what we're going to start noticing. Now that you're close, it's time for me to start grinding this map to take world record. Imagine Monkey Ranger just out of blue gets world record. But look, it's just me and him now. Literally, everyone else is like 5 car lengths behind us. I mean, look at how far behind all of them were. My true dark humor was about to go. I guess you could say I nuked the competition. I'm just giving it one little last run through. We'll do that. Notice how Catfought had the world record and they had the most weird line. They just took that left side instead. Alright, fine. I'll play from behind. Because the thing is, like, when I have those good runs, I usually lose it right here. By hitting the wall instead of... Or I just don't maintain the speed. Oh, yeah, too. No, biggest mistakes from humanity, specifically America, made that horrible decision. Horrible decision. But wait, let's check something. Did my points go up? No, 88520. I thought maybe my points would go up a bit from it, but no. Man, we're really close. I mean, Monkey, you could probably grind yourself to getting you know, top 10 and top 5 on 6. I could see it. I could definitely see it eventually. Yeah. We kind of did that. I mean, I understand the thought process behind it, but I don't know how correct the thought process was behind it. Although, to be fair, the first one didn't make them surrender. They were still willing to fight, so maybe the thought process was correct, but it still was awful. Yeah, I know. But that's the biggest mistake, was using it. Creating it still led the door to so many positive scientific changes that will benefit humanity in the future. Like, people like Einstein, I watched a video on it like 2 weeks ago, literally thought nuclear weapons were not physically possible by humans. Like, genuinely just impossible. They thought that you would have to have just complete control of an atom at will. And we kind of do now. But we figured it out. And this has led to, you know, nuclear energy, which is by far what we should be trying to make safe. We should be trying to perfect nuclear. It'd be amazing. Yeah, it wasn't the best decision. No. Making the technology was a huge advancement in science. Huge. And in physics and chemistry and everything. It was massive for the field of science, but awful for civilians. Because it's just a danger at that point. But yeah. Anyway, I think today that'll be good enough spot to end it off. We have taken another... We got 2 days in a row. We got a PB. 2 days in a row. Yesterday we got one. Today we got one. So I'm really happy with that. I'm actually very happy right now with that PB. We're 1/10. Just over 1/10 away from taking back our world record from Jake Ray. How dare he take it? I will find it. I will find him when I take it. Anyway, I hope you all had a great time. I had a fantastic stream. I had a fantastic time with today's stream. It was awesome. Today was awesome. Honestly, awesome conversations, awesome PBs, awesome runs. Couple of the day was okay. Kind of boring. But, you know, those happen. But anyway, I hope you all had a great time. I hope you all have a great rest of your days. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow. The 3 hopes of the hat. Bye. Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.